And good evening, everybody, and welcome here to race number 5 of Season 8 of the NNSCRA Oreo Truck Series, as we are here, amazingly enough, in back-to-back weeks for this series. I don't think we've actually had 2 straight weeks where we've had Oreo Truck Series action since the start of the season, so this is a rare occurrence for these drivers as they get ready here for tonight's 25-lap event at Charlotte. Tonight we're getting ready for the running of the Robin Williams 300. For those of you that don't already know, even though probably everybody that's watching this already knows, great actor, comedian Robin Williams died this past week. As a matter of fact, the ironic thing was we ended up finding out the news during the NSA Walmart Wreckers Series race, so it was quite a shock. And Robin Williams has always been a favorite actor of mine. I especially enjoyed him in Mrs. Doubtfire. It's one of my favorite videos, and it's just really sad that he is now gone. So we're going to have this race here tonight in tribute of Robin Williams with the ride of the Robin Williams 300. Bob Fergus sits on the pole for this evening's event. As I said, 25 laps of racing. Fergus, who ended up winning one of the heat races during the Midsummer Classic at Eldora, has not yet gone to victory lane, though, in an actual points-paying event. Fergus comes into this race currently 24th in the standings. Alongside of him, a driver who did not even take part in the Midsummer Classic at Eldora, Jessica Shelton. Despite only having 4 starts this season, she is up in the top 10 in points, 7th in the standings, having a very good season, and looking to continue it with a good run here tonight. As a matter of fact, she ended up last week picking up her second career Snickers Cup Series victory at Talladega Super Speedway, so we'll see if she can ride that momentum to a Truck Series victory here tonight. Andreas Allen lines up in the 3rd position for this evening's race. Allen comes in this race 37th in points, so really needs a good run here tonight. And alongside of him is going to be Nick Smith, lining right up behind his Retro Enterprises teammate. Nick Smith having a great rookie season right now, 6th in rookie points and 10th in the overall standings. So, let's get these trucks rolling off here. They'll complete a pace lap here under the lights at Charlotte, and we'll show you starting lap on top of your screen and give you an overview of the points coming into today's race. After the Talladega race last week, Alex Pedro took over the points lead in both overall and rookie points. He has a 3-point advantage over Bob Jones. Cody Lamas, our winner from Atlanta, he's 3rd in points. He is 6 points out. And then our winner from last week's race at Talladega, Luke Walker, has now moved his way up to 4th in the points. He is currently a total of 12 points out of the top position. Matthew Dallio, who was atop the point standings for a couple of weeks, he's now 5th in the point standings, total of 13 points back. And then Caleb Farrell, another rookie having a strong season, he is tied for 6th in the points with Jessica Shelton. They have 110 points apiece. 8th in points is Carson Gum. 9th in the points is John Charleston. And Nick Smith will complete the top 10 in the standings coming into today's race. A couple of drivers that are very close to that 10th position. As a matter of fact, from 10th place on back through 16th, they are separated by only 5 points. That includes Nick Smith, LJ Mills, Dylan Pote, Charles Jackson, Brandon Crasta, Chris Washer, and Matthew Daly. You can see any number of those drivers up inside the top 10 by the end of this evening's event. So Bob Fergus and Jessica Shelton get ready to put us under the green. 25 laps of racing here tonight at Charlotte, and we are underway here in the Robin Williams 300 as Bob Fergus got a good jump, but it looked like Andreas Allen got an even better jump and may make a move here on the inside heading into 1. Nope, not quite, as they're 3 wide behind them there. Drew Austin got stuck in the middle there, courtesy of Daniel Voiles, and now they are 3 wide for about the 5th position. That could be very testy as George Roque is about to enter into that fray as well. Did they settle it back out to double wide? Looks like they did. We could have very nearly had a caution right there with them racing as hard as they were, 3 wide and almost leaning on each other. As Bob Fergus leads the way, Nick Smith now moves into 2nd. How he was able to start on the outside of row 2, work his way to the inside, and now be up here within a lap on the back bumper for the lead, I'm not exactly sure. His teammate Jessica Shelton still caught in that high side, not able to get to the inside line like her teammate was. And Nick Smith comes to the bottom. He's looking for the top position. And he will take it out of 4. Very easy pass there for Nick Smith. Bob Fergus not able to put up much of a challenge, and now he'll be under fire for 2nd. Daniel Voiles is there, as well as Drew Austin. And they look like they're going to clear that 07 with ease, as Nick Smith begins to pull away. Opens up about a 3-4 car length distance between himself and what looks like another battle for second. Drew Austin trying to get to the inside of Daniel Voiles. Let's jump back to that battle, actually. And Austin will indeed clear Voiles. He'll take second place. Now George Roque looking for third. Also back there, Mason Wood coming up the inside line. And I also see back there, now trying to take fifth position away from Daniel Voiles. That's second in points. Bob Jones coming up the inside line, looking to leave Charlotte tonight as the points leader. Michael Norman, who's been having a very struggling season, dead last in points as a matter of fact. Right now run up inside the top 10, having a good run, and there's Dylan Poteet, our winner from Daytona, trying to work his way back inside the top 10 in standings, right now running in 7th position. And a battle is on for the possible battle for the lead, that is. Nick Smith has it. Drew Austin wants it. Peeks out of line. Will he make the move? Yep, here he comes to the bottom. Now, why Drew Austin moved halfway out from behind that 94 was he was able to get a little bit of a portion of clean air, and that helped your car aerodynamically, or your truck, depending on the case, to be able to gather a little bit more speed going down the front and back straightaways. And that's how Drew Austin was able to get to the inside, to the left rear quarter panel of Nick Smith. Now he's the leader. Mason Wood moves into second. And Mason Wood, well, I thought he might make a move. Yeah, here he comes. Now he comes to the bottom. These drivers really have figured out this track very well on where you can make your moves. I think I've seen every time a battle for the lead heading into 3 take place just about before we get to the entrance of turn 3. They don't make a move on the back straightaway. They wait until you almost get into the turn before they dive to the bottom on their opponent. As Dylan Poteet now moves into second, and coming up right behind him is the 17 of Justin Talampas, having a good run. Talampas comes into this race 33rd in points. Nice to see him having a very decent evening here tonight in the Crown Royal Ford F-Series. As right now it is all Mason Wood, who I believe has not been to victory lane in a Truck Series event since Season 6 at Watkins Glen. I believe that's correct. It was Season 6. It may have been as early as Season 5. Regardless, that's still a long winless streak that Mason Wood has been on, and he would love to be able to go to victory lane here tonight at Charlotte. I want to remind you folks that we still have plenty coming up this weekend at Charlotte as well. We got our Mobile Cup Series event, and then the longest race of the season, a 60-lap event here in the Coca-Cola 600 in the Snickers Cup Series. It's going to be an absolutely epic race, no doubt about that. Anthony McCurry actually comes in as the defending race winner of that event. And Audi has not yet been to victory lane this season in Season 8. They went to victory lane once in Season 6 with Noah Hart, and they went to victory lane twice in Season 7 with Noah Hart once again, and Anthony McCurry, as I mentioned, winning this Coke 600 last season. As we got a battle for the lead going on again, Nick Smith, who ended up getting bypassed by Drew Austin earlier on, has now worked his way back up to the rear deck lid of the Budweiser Chevy Silverado, and the Napa Auto Parts Silverado trying to make the move here. Both Nick Smith and Jessica Shelton having strong seasons for Retro Enterprises, but neither one of them have been to victory lane yet this season in Truck Series competition. Let's actually find out where Jessica Shelton is. She fell back quite a bit. Well, she was scored 42nd last time by. She's all the way here at the tail end of the field, as is the pole sitter Bob Fergus. And the points leader Alex Pedro is actually all the way back here, and that's number 7 machine. And Shelton now is right now scored in the 39th position. So now she's in the battle with Chris Dollerton. Number of drivers back here struggling right now. Levi McIntyre's back here, Cody Hagan, Dylan Thoreau, Zach Buchanan. George Roque running all the way in dead last right now, as still Mason Wood has been able to hold off Nick Smith. And look who just jumped into third. Caleb Farrell and also another rookie in Zach Camlin now up into fourth. Those two coming from out of nowhere here as we are past the halfway point in this evening's event. And I think we got a battle. Well, I thought we had a battle for the lead. I thought I saw the 94 to the inside of the 8, but I was incorrect. How about last week's winner from Talladega, Luke Walker? How's he riding the momentum of his first victory of the season? Right now running behind teammate Chris Washer as they're making their way underneath John Trolston and Tanner Sullivan. Right now scored in the 21st position is Luke Walker as he continues to work his way up through the field there, courtesy of that inside line. Now going to go underneath of Andreas Allen as his teammate Daniel Voiles is side-by-side with Chris Washer just ahead of him. This time by, let's see where he crosses the stripe, was 21st last time, picked up 3 spots up to the 18th position now this lap. Luke Walker trying to become the first driver this season in Oreo Truck Series competition to win 2 races, as Mason Wood apparently just lost the lead and lost a lot more too. I think he fell all the way back to 6th, as Caleb Farrell is now taking the lead. Zach Hamlin moves into 2nd. Dylan Pote currently now runs in 3rd. Nick Smith back in 4th, and Drew Austin now completes the top 5. Big opportunity here tonight for Caleb Farrell as he comes in 6th in the point standings with the possibility of winning this race. There's a couple other drivers back there just inside the top 10 that we haven't talked about, and they're right there in this screenshot. Carson Gum, the 55, currently running, I gotta find him in the point standings. Where in the world is he? 8th in the point standings. And Charles Jackson, 13th in points. Both these drivers running well in the standings and having good runs here tonight to try and keep themselves inside the top 10 in points. And how about Kyle Matthews? Haven't really talked much about the 41 since his win at the Midsummer Classic at Eldora. He has dropped all the way to 27th in points after his win in the Eldora event. Right now having a decent run in the 11th position right behind Michael Norman. This is the most we've seen out of Kyle Matthews in the past few weeks. As I believe got a new leader, Nick Smith is taking the lead back away from Caleb Farrell. So move Nick Smith back up into the front. Nick Smith's got a strong car. As a matter of fact, the 2 cars that have really been up here the most this race have been Nick Smith and Mason Wood. Caleb Farrell took a turn at the front though as well. And wait a minute, the way they're looking, I thought so. We're going to have some pit stops here on lap 17. Nick Smith, Mason Wood, Caleb Farrell, Drew Austin, Michael Norman, Chris Dollerton, Eric and Rage, James McLeod, they're coming to pit road. Cody Hagan, George Roke, Jessica Shelton, and Sean Galligan. They're all on the pit lane. So about 11 drivers pitting here on lap 17, turning the lead over for the first time tonight to rookie Zach Hamlin in the 61. And now he's coming to pit road. Let's see who's coming with him. The teammates out of Turner Motorsports, Jackson and Poteet are coming. Matthews, Dunham, Talampas, Cittadino, Washer, Henry Sanford, Carson Gum. Looks like everybody that didn't pit the last lap is going to pit this lap. I don't believe anybody's staying out. We will check our official NSRA ticker just to be sure. And no, nobody else has crossed the start-finish line that is not currently on pit road, as Zach Hamlin's down and away. Dylan Pote coming out. There's Bob Fergus. That shows you how far back he was, as he's just now coming into his pit stall, as Zach Hamlin is right now leaving his pit stall. And let's see if Zach Hamlin can come out as the leader. We got to watch for those other drivers that came in earlier, Nick Smith being one of them, Mason Wood being another. Where are they going to come out in the scheme of all this? Looking towards turn 2. Here comes Mason Wood, Caleb Farrell, and Nick Smith. And Zach Hamlin's going to try and come up ahead of him. Can't do it. Mason Wood, after the cycle of pit stops, will take the lead. Caleb Farrell is in 2nd. 3rd place now, Zach Hamlin. Nick Smith back in 4th. And Dylan Poteet will cycle as 5th place. As it battles on for the lead, Caleb Farrell to the bottom. And these pit stops kind of being the money stop, if you will, because they all took place with less than 10 to go. As a matter of fact, 5 to go when we hit the stripe next time by. Nick Smith has now cleared Zach Hamlin, move him into 3rd place. Dylan Poteet now starting to close for 4th, as right now the MetLife number 09 Toyota Tundra out of Joe Gibbs Racing is leading this event. That ride went to victory lane with Jacob Lawler 3 times last season. And Caleb Farrell trying to go to victory lane for the first time here in his career. Still has to make 5 more laps though, now 4.5, as now battles on for 2nd between the 2 strongest cars of the evening, Nick Smith and Mason Wood. Wood's able to hang on to the top position, and as these 2 continue to run single file, they are going to reel in that Caleb Farrell machine very quickly. The top 3 drivers have not yet been to victory lane this season. Actually, the top 4 drivers have not. 5th place Dylan Pote went to victory lane at Daytona, as Nick Smith will this time clear the Mason Wood machine. Look at Dylan Pote coming up the middle there, trying to go between both the Zach Hamlin and Mason Wood machines. Wasn't able to make it work though. That was quite a bold move and a big run for Dylan Pote, as now he'll take 4th place from Mason Wood. 3 to go here. Caleb Farrell, rookie, leads the way. Nick Smith, rookie, is in second. Zach Hamlin, rookie, runs in third, and then the veterans of Dylan Poteet and Mason Wood run in 4th and 5th. Well, actually, no. Drew Austin has taken 5th place away from Mason Wood now, who now slips back to 6th place. And Nick Smith closing in on the back bumper of Caleb Farrell. Also, Zach Hamlin getting closed in on by Dylan Poteet. We could have a battle for the lead and a battle for third in a matter of moments as there's 2 to go here at Charlotte. Can Caleb Farrell hang on? Can Nick Smith make a move? Can Zach Hamlin do something? Or will the defending champion Dylan Poteet pick up his 2nd win of the season? Oh, Zach Hamlin took a peek underneath of Nick Smith. Nick Smith would have nothing of it. He's got his sights set. Yeah, set sights. His sights set on Caleb Farrell. White flag, 1 to go. It's going to be 4 drivers to settle this out. Maybe 3 now as Poteet seems to make a little bit of an exit here, losing some ground. Battle on for 2nd. Zach Hamlin underneath of Nick Smith. That could be all she wrote. That may have been the blow that's going to help Caleb Farrell pick up his 1st win of the season. Through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. 3 car lights in hand, 2.5, but the gap's not closing quick enough. Out of turn 4 for the final time. Caleb Farrell is going to do it. He's going to win his 1st race of his NSCRA career, winning the Robin Williams 300 here tonight in the Truck Series at Charlotte Motor Speedway. What a great job by Caleb Farrell. Pit strategy got him out in front, and nobody was able to challenge him for the win once he had taken the top position. Nick Smith tried, Zach Hamlin tried, Mason Wood tried, nobody was able to succeed. And Caleb Farrell, who comes in 6th in the point standings, having a great rookie season. It gets even better as he'll go to victory lane here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and that locks him up a spot in this season's Oreo Truck Series All-Star race at FTF Super Speedway. What a race and what a job by that driver. As a matter of fact, amazingly enough, Caleb Farrell becomes the 1st rookie this season to win in Oreo Truck Series competition. So great job to that team. And that could very well give him the points lead heading next week, depending on how the drivers ahead of him, Alex Pedro, Bob Jones, Lamas, Walker, and Dalio, finished in this evening's event. Because Farrell came into this race only 16 points out of the top position, and add in the 5 bonus points for winning, he could be the points leader heading into next week's events. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this race. It was clean and green all the way to the end with a money pit stop, a green flag pit stop in between. It's certainly going to seem like maybe fuel strategy could come into play in this whole race weekend. If that's the case, man, a 60-lap event with fuel strategy, there's going to be a lot of jostling for position during the course of that event. But hope you guys enjoyed tonight's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. Be sure to comment to be able to keep your ride forward this season, and share this video with your friends to be able to spread the word out about the NNSCRA. We'll see you guys next time as we still got Mobile Stickers Cup Series action, including our longest race of the season, the Cold 600 cap off this race weekend, as you've been watching production of the NSCRA Offline Racing at its best. Sean Henley got turned by Dunham, and he saved it! What are these guys? Oh, and Henley just got turned now. That time he got turned. Logan Wilson is flipping on his roof. Dylan Young is collected. Sosnowski's collected. Dylan Young is now flipping. Citadino's involved. Mary Cole is in it. Drew Austin has been collected, and Dylan Young continues to flip. Now comes the rest. There is our caution.